welcome to the video. Today we're talking about the 3 and 4 of Cups. Now, if you already watched the Ace and 2 of Cups, you might notice, if you've been following this series of Master the Minor Arcana, that I never mentioned what signs the cups govern. So they're the element of water, so they cover the water signs in the Zodiac. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now, with this 3 of Wands, this is the topic of conversation today. This has the planetary influence of Mercury in the sign of Cancer. As you can see, we have 3 females, female energy. They're celebrating. They've got their cups up in the air. They're cheering. They're celebrating. So this is a moment of friendship, kinship, connection, community. And it's one of the happiest cards in the Minor Arcana because it's showing that you're connected with other people and you're comfortable, from an introvert perspective. That's a great thing, right? Now, there is a shadow side of things. So this is why I don't always read reversals, mostly because I'm a little OCD in making sure my cards are all upright. Because even in an upright position, if you're reading intuitively, that card can have negative aspects to it. Or if you're doing a spread and it shows up in a part of the spread, that might indicate that there's some negative stuff going on. So with this 3 of Cups, one of the negative things that comes up is maybe there's some overindulgence. So you kind of see the opposite of what the card normally entails, which is, happiness, celebration. So the opposite of that is doing a little too much of that. Something to be aware of. Seeing all sides of a card is, if you get nothing else from this series, it's that really notice what you're noticing when the card comes up. What comes up for you? What are you feeling deep inside? Because that is an indication of what the message of the card is trying to convey in that particular reading, or because of the answer it's trying to provide. But ideally, this is a card of celebration, connection, friendship. And remember, cups are about emotions and intuition. So noticing that, like, how would this show up in real life? That feeling of celebrating a win with somebody, of truly feeling part of a community. And notice that in this picture, they are all equal in their own way. They're wearing different clothes, which can be perceived as their different personalities. They have their own way of doing things, and yet they're all equal in their connection with each other. There's no leader, there's no follower. Everybody is in this circle together. It's why round table discussions are great, because nobody's at the head of the table. You're all there with equal will and abilities. This can also be a message to say, surround yourself with people that are like you, with people that make you feel comfortable and allow you to be part of a viable community where your input is valued as much as the input you receive is valued. So it's a great question to ask yourself almost every day. What are you celebrating today? It's a great way to start the day. All right. Now we get into the next card, the 4 of Cups. This card has the planetary influence of the moon because it's about introspection. As you can see, he's leaning against a tree and he looks like he's not really paying attention to the cup that's being handed to him. He's looking down at the 3 cups in front of him. So his focus isn't necessarily where his intuition is. Now, 4s are often seen as the cards of stability. 4 legs of a table, make it stable. Yet this card has that undertone of boredom, not paying attention. His arms are crossed in front of him, which is often seen as closing off your heart to something. Maybe there's a bit of feeling stubborn energy. With those negative things that a lot of people come across with this card, is forgetting that sometimes we need that introspection and we need that time to not be distracted by what's in front of us and just focus. So this has a lot of different aspects to it, depending on the reading, the question, even the cards that would surround it if you're doing a reading for this. But as we're just talking about each card and its essence, this card is a reminder. What are you focused on? What are you paying attention to? And that's the sign to say, oh, yes, keep paying attention to that. Or, oh, yeah, I should be focused more on the gifts that are coming to me. But this does a lot of times have to do with personal energy, stagnation, boredom, dissatisfaction. And you might say, well, then what's the negative side of that's kind of the positive side? Well, there's cynicism, which is something that, just not really believing in anything. There's also shutting off opportunities, segregating yourself against other people or opportunities that come in, and a lack of gratitude. So it's a good heads up when this card comes up, just like the Three of Cups is a great reminder to celebrate. This is a great reminder to be grateful for what you have. Please make sure you like this video. It really helps my channel grow. It helps it be seen by other people. And a comment would be great. I'd love to have your feedback on what you think of this series. And if you're just joining me, make sure you watch the other videos in Master the Minor Arcana, and you can get your own play sheets. Sign up in the link below in the description. All right. See you in the next video. Peace.